Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is now in session. With the court's special review docket on today's date of August 11 of 2022. First case that we have is cause number 330734. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Johnny Tomlinson. Mr. Tomlinson is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Tomlinson, is that your full name, Johnny Tomlinson?
Yes.
Mr. Tomlinson, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Tomlinson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Mr. Tomlinson, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Tomlinson?
I'm all right. I'm blessed.
Okay, now, Mr. Tomlinson, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Matuska. Attorney Matuska, how are you doing?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And Mr. Matuska, do you waive a record in Mr. Tomlinson's case?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
The state is represented in this case by Attorney Tommy Coleman. Attorney Coleman, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
Mr. Tomlinson, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information alleges that on or about August 31st of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespassing. Mr. Tomlinson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes. Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Because I am guilty.
Okay, Mr. Tomlinson, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that says check guilty. Mr. Tomlinson, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, I did.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defender. Did you also sign this document?
Yes.
And Mr. Tomlinson, on the next document that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defender's Right of Appeal, there's also a signature above the line that is titled Defender. Did you also sign this document?
Yeah.
And at the top of this same document, Mr. Tomlinson, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked state that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And the second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Mr. Tomlinson, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
I guess so. Yes. Okay. Yes.
And Mr. Tomlinson, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I've just mentioned to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes. Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Tomlinson, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you'd like to offer States 1?
Yes, sir. State offer States 1.
Any objections, Mr. Matuska?
No objection, Your Honor.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Matuska, you're advised and counseled Mr. Tomlinson. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir, Your Honor.
And Mr. Tomlinson, your attorney, Mr. Matuska, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Mr. Tomlinson, I will accept the plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waiver is freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea in this case, the state's recommending confinement in the Jefferson County Jail for a period of 30 days, and we're asking that the court give the defendant credit for any time he's legally entitled to.
Mr. Tomlinson, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for any time that you. Mr. Tomlinson, is that door open where you are?
No, sir.
Judge, all the doors are shut.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Thomason, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case, Mr. Thompson, is $327. Mr. Thomason, will you be able to pay the $327?
No, I'm disabled and I have no work or nothing.
Okay, now, Mr. Thomason, I have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. This document has your name on it, and it also states that you did not have any income. And
No,
the magistrate said that Magistrate Rod Posh signed off saying that you did not have any income and you met the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And so therefore, based on your affidavit and your statement, the court is going to find that you are indigent. And because you are indigent, the court cost of $327 will be waived. What that means is you will not have to pay it because the court has found you indigent pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Mr. Tomlinson, do you understand the state's offer?
yes,
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tomlinson, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Tomlinson, this will conclude your case. You can follow the bailiff and you have a blessed day.
God bless you too, sir.
All right.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, you can leave that room. All right,
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
all right. Here you go. Donald Carrier.
Tuesday. Hey, they added my days, man, because my stuff was over on.
Mr. Carrier,
Yes, sir.
if you need to talk to your attorney, I can give you time to do that. If not, now, hold on a minute, let me go off